This is a software that we use for live streaming. We use it for our webinars. We use it to record our podcast, and we use it to record YouTube videos that are getting thousands and thousands of views. And so I'm going to show you how we use it, and I want to answer any of your questions about how to use this software and really how to live stream in general. So if you don't have Restream, then go to owenvideo.com/Restream right now and download the software. When you do, you have a couple different options. Let me show you those right now. When you go to Restream right now today, I think you can still get this $11 a month deal. It might be too late. Now, we emailed you guys and we let you know that this deal was expiring. So hopefully you got the deal. But the deal right now is $11 a month. It's like $110 for the year of live streaming. So you go to owenvideo.com/Restream and you get connected with Restream. There's also a free forever account. And the free forever account is pretty cool because you can still live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn all at the same time, or Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all at the same time. You can choose any 3 platforms. What the free plan doesn't do is you don't have any recordings. You don't have any recordings. You don't have high def, and you can't go to 2, like a Facebook group and a Facebook profile, right? You can't go to 2 YouTube pages. You can only do 1 sort of profile per platform. Okay, so that's sort of the difference there. But I want to encourage you to get involved in the chat area because I am going to put a chat up on our screen today, and you'll see it populate up here. Is it right up here? The screen will sort of populate as your comments come up, and we've got a comment right here that says Restream versus StreamYard. This is a great question. And we get it all the time. So StreamYard is a fine product, okay? I find it to be limited in what it can do when compared to Restream. So StreamYard, I think, is a great live streaming tool, right? If you need to get something, then get StreamYard, right? Maybe that's the wrong way of saying it. If you don't know what you need, StreamYard's probably fine. But when you want an all-in-one broadcast studio, we use Restream for webinars. We use Restream for our podcast. We use Restream to record YouTube videos that are getting thousands and thousands of views. We've got a video on one of the channels we manage that we shot in Restream, and it's now got 40,000 views, has generated over 1,800 subscribers for that channel. And all of that is done in Restream. You get graphic overlays, you get captions, you get recordings. It is a far more powerful tool at the same price point. So I would encourage you to go with Restream and to use the features of Restream because it's going to make you a better live streamer. It's going to give you the tools. That you need. Now, you can go get Restream at owenvideo.com/Restream. I don't want to turn this into a commercial. What I do want to do is I want to jump into the presentation so that you guys can sort of see how I build a Restream show and how I build a live stream show, because the software that you use to go live, thereby impacts the quality of your live stream. And so you want to use a software that gives you all the options, okay? Now, Grace is here from the Restream team to answer any questions that you might have. And if you guys have questions, ask them in the comment section. I want to say what's up to my Sea Prince and to Krister Bovin, who is logging in right now. We've got the Restream team here. And what I want to focus on is really how to build a live stream show from the ground up. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to have you go to a Google document, or perhaps go to a Word document, whatever's easier for you. And you should see my my screen. Do you guys see my screen now? Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a live stream ROS, and this is going to be a template for going live. By the way, if you want to use my automated ROS, you go to owenvideo.com/ROS beta. Okay, and then you click on this button here, and it's got sort of how to build out a live stream show. Okay, but for those of you that don't have that, let's just build out this on your document. And the first thing I want you to type out is your show name and your show value statement. Okay, and what these are, this is going to be sort of like the name of my show is the business of live video, where live streamers like you learn tips to grow your live stream show, right? And that parameter sort of, keeps me in line with the type of content that I'm going to produce. I'm going to do a video today, right? Like I'm going to do a video today on my feelings and how like motivation and good feelings, make me, sort of a better entrepreneur. And I would go, hang on a second. The value of my show is where live streamers learn tips. And so again, I'm in this entrepreneurial space of trying to be motivational and inspirational, but I've wandered outside of live streaming. Okay, so a show name and value statement helps you to keep your show balanced, and therefore what graphic elements you should create for your show. Now, what's a graphic element? Let me show you guys some stuff right now. I'm going to go into Restream, and I'm going to click on some captions, okay? And the captions will appear down here. You see this? You see this right here? The business of live video, welcome to the show. You can't do that without a show name. But you're going to create a series of lower thirds that go along with your show, and I don't care if you use mine, okay? So let's talk about what mine are. First of all, you have the business of live video, welcome to the show. Okay, so you're going to do that under your show name, right? So we're going to do welcome to the show. And we'll put this. How about this? We put like smash the like button. Okay. Now, what's another one that I have? Hosted by Owen Video. So it's like hosted by. Now, if you don't know why we're doing this, stick with me. Okay. I'm saving you so much time. Okay. So hosted by your name. Okay. And then the second line of that would be, what do I have? Founder of the Video Marketing School. I would have your website, or the name of your business, right? So then it's like your business name here. All right. And then the next thing we want to have here is, okay, so I say this. I say, give me 5, type 5 in the comment section. What's your tagline or what's your saying, right? So for me, it's like, hey, welcome to the show. My name's Owen Video. You can give me 5. That's right. Type 5 into the comment section. Now that's how we say hello on the show. And if you're new, don't forget to type the word new in the comment section. Okay. And so what we're doing is we're creating the captions that we're going to add into Restream when we start our show. But I want you guys to be thinking about this right now. Teresa's saying the music is a little high. Is there music playing, guys? I didn't think that there was music. Okay, Laura Kellen May is asking a great question, and I'm going to get to that in just a quick second. So what is your tagline, right? So mine is give me 5. And you guys, if you want to say give me 5, use give me 5. What soundtrack are you guys hearing? Check 1 2, check 1 2. There is music and it's loud. Man, I am so sorry, guys. Check 1 2. It's off now. Was it this music? Was it that music? Let me know if it was that music. Okay. There's no music now. I just want to make sure that was the music. Okay. All right. So have you ever like walked into a room naked and no one said anything? That's how I feel right now. I feel like this music was playing and nobody said a word to me. All right. That's okay. But I love that you guys are here. I'm going to ask you to bear with me, and I'm going to start again. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the show. Today, we're going to be talking about how to create a live stream show from beginning to end using the Restream software. Now, Restream is not just a live streaming software. It is a full broadcast studio. And with Restream, you can not only go live on multiple different platforms at the same time. You can go live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, all at the same time. But you can also record your podcast. You can also record YouTube videos. You can also use it for your webinars, and it can replace Zoom meetings. You can do mobile phone tutorials and all sorts of amazing stuff with Restream. If you don't already have Restream, go get it now at owenvideo.com/Restream. There is a phenomenal deal on the software right now, but it expires really soon. So go and grab it right now. What we're going to do today is I'm going to walk you through the entire process of starting a live stream show and doing that inside of Restream so that you come out of the gates with a powerful show, right? I want your show to flow smoothly. I want you to feel confident, but I want it to look cool too. Okay. So with Restream, I can do tons of cool things. For example, I have these graphic overlays that I could put on top of my screen. For example, I could do something like this, enter to win a Rode pod mic, right? And then I can easily take it off. I could also, if I could show you guys something, cool that Restream can do, I can go full screen, okay, by taking the chat overlay off. And I can even add custom graphics like a little angel on my shoulder who is only countered by the little devil that is on my shoulder. Maybe I need to be a little bit more leveled in like that. But with Restream, you can do all sorts of fantastic things. And I want to walk you through building a show that not only is comfortable and sounds great, but that also looks great on the air. So once you have Restream, then I want you to start building out your show on a Google document. Okay. And that's where we're going to start right now. I'm actually going to click on that. Actually, say that a million times. Let's go into our Google document and let me take the text off the screen. Okay. And let's talk about a couple first things that we need. First, you need to have a show name and a show value statement. Now on this in great detail on my channel at Owen Video. So you can subscribe and watch more videos. But your show name, for example, should not be vague like the Entrepreneur's Hour, right? That's all well and good. It's poetic, but it doesn't really tell me what your show is about. For example, the name of my show is The Business of Live Video. And I hope that it infers from the name that we're going to talk about the business side of live streaming. And that's exactly what we talk about on that show. That leads us to our value statement. Okay. So pick a show name. And if you already have a show name, put it in the chat area. I would love to hear from you. If you're watching this on the replay, put it in the comment area. I'd love to hear from you. Now, your show value statement. This acts as the bowling bumpers, right? That keeps your show from going in the gutter. Okay. The bumpers help you to focus in your topics so that you don't go off topic in your show. What I mean by that is for our show, The Business of Live Video, it's where live streamers like you tune in for tips to grow your live stream show. Isn't that cool? Right? Really easy, really kind of easy to remember. But it also sets up the guardrails, right? Because now I know that show has to be in line with teaching live streamers like you how to go live. Okay. So what's your show name and what's your show value statement? Okay. That is going to inform what we're going to call our lower thirds, or what Restream calls your captions. So take a look at the bottom of the screen right now. I'm putting, you can see him behind me. You can see this, The Business of Live Video. Welcome to the show. This is called the lower third, or inside of Restream, it's called a caption. Let's see if I can actually get the Restream Studio on our screens here. And I think that I can. It's going to look trippy, Probably. See, it's going to give you that like matrix effect. Okay. But take a look at the right-hand side of the Restream Studio. I've got chat, I've got captions, and I've got graphics. Okay. I'm working in the captions section. And I can show these or I can hide these with a click of a button. All right. You see all that? Now, over in the graphics side, we change the colors and I can play with the branding. In fact, you can change your branding up here in the brand folder. So I got the default branding for it's as it is. And then we've got the Owen video branding, which is for my show. And I could create a new brand, for example, a client show. Or if I wanted to go live for my Beat Cancer with Me channel, then I could start a new brand and have different colors and easily swap them out. This is why Restream is a phenomenal, like it is the best player in the live stream game because it's more than just the live streaming software. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that Google document now, right? And we're going to start building out, you know, the captions that we're going to make. And it starts with something like welcome to the show, you know, smash the like button. Great. We got that. Then we got hosted by your name and then your business name. Next, you're going to have an engagement factor. Now, I do the give me 5, well, type 5 into the comment section now, right? I'll say 5 or 5. Oops. And then I'll do, you know, type 5 in the comments. Now, I would do an emoji, but I can't remember how to do an emoji on a PC. I can't remember the keyboard shortcut. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy these. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over back into Restream and we're going to add them into the Restream caption section. So I've got a lot of captions, but you've got the primary text and then you've got the secondary text, right? That's why we wrote them in 2 different formats. So the first is going to be welcome to the show. The next one is going to be smash the like button. We click add. And then when I show it, boom. Welcome to the show, smash the like button. And so now you're building engagement into your show that's all based off the show name and the value statement. So you're developing a really strong targeted audience. Are you with me? Okay, if you're with me, say yes in the comment section below. All right, so I want you to write out like 3 to 5 sort of opening statements like welcome to the show, smash the like button, that you can add to the beginning of your show because I'm going to show you how to write your hook. And your hook is going to sound something like this. In today's show, we're going to be talking about XYZ, and that will really help you to become a better ABC. Stick around. It's the business of live video. My name is Owen Video, and I'm your host, and you can give me 5. That's right. Type 5 into the comment section now. That is how we say hello on this show. And if you're new, type new in the comment section so that we can come back and say hi to you once the show is over. If you're just joining us for the first time, our show is sponsored by the fantastic people over at Restream, and you can go visit them. Start a free account today. You're going to love it. And let's get started with the show. All right. So what I just did there is I kind of opened up my show and I used my captions to help keep the viewer engaged while opening up my show. All right. So we got some questions. I want to go over to the chat area and answer some questions. Now, while I do that, I saw like 3 questions that I want to jump into right now. And then if you guys got more, I'll answer your questions. I'm going to walk you through what I think would be a great way to grasp this software and have an amazing looking show. If you guys have questions, I'd love to take it in your direction. And we've got Grace from Restream, who is actually here in the comment area and can answer any advanced questions that I may not know the answers to. So first thing I want to do is show you guys how this chat area works on Restream. So you can see up in the upper right-hand corner, there's chat, there's captions, and there's graphics, okay? We talked a little bit about captions. Let's talk about chat. So I can make this chat overlay appear by toggling this on, okay? And you can see that all the chats will appear on screen, but they also appear down here in a dashboard where I can sort of scroll through them. And we've got like a lower third here. So, or we've got a chat here that when you leave a question or answer a question, I can put it on screen. I want to say what's up to Human City Junction. Fwop, my good friend watching us on YouTube. It says, my show name is called Technology as a Tool, Not an Obstacle. That sounds more like, okay, so I think the name of your show is Technology as a Tool. And the value statement is like, hey, welcome to Technology as a Tool, where we help social media nerds, where we help dads like you, where we help common household pets like you. Like, who is your audience, right? Where we help like the layperson use tools for more productivity, right? So I think your show name should be like more of a fragment, like technology tools. And then your value statement is sort of like why, because your whole value is like removing the friction, right, of learning curve of using new tools. Okay. But I love it. And again, I'm not here to tell you what's better. I'm just here to share some of my thoughts with you. Okay. So another question, now that you guys know how the comments work, you know, this question. Now keep in mind, let me actually go full screen here. Keep in mind that here's something I can do. I'm going to write down in my notes, and I want you guys to kind of take note of this. When you go live, let's say that you go live at 1:30. All right. And that's what our plan was today. I think that we got live at 1:32. But let's say that I went live at 1:32. I'm going to write down in my notes 1:32. Okay. Now, if you have paper notes, that's fine. But I want you to keep track of your shows. And here's why. Because when someone asks me a question like my boy T-shirt Side Hustle just did, what I can do is mark in my notes that it's now 1:53. And answer this question. Okay. So why is that important? Because with Restream, I can save the recording of this live stream, download it, fast forward to the 1:53 mark, and then edit this snippet out and repurpose it on social media. Or I could add it to my course. And in this way, you could be doing live stream Q&As with your audience and building out videos based on frequently asked questions. Those could either be re-uploaded to YouTube as ranking videos, as viral videos that you're just trying to rank, right? Because your live stream, your 30-minute, 10-minute, your 30-minute, 60-minute live stream is going to perform much differently than a 7-minute pre-recorded upload. And that's good. That's a good thing, because you can go live for an hour and then come out of that with 3 snippets of you answering questions or maybe doing rants that then you can then upload as pre-recorded videos to YouTube and perhaps get a better result, perhaps get long-term ranking. You could also re-upload those videos to Facebook Watch or to Instagram. Are you with me? Okay. So what I do is I'm going to take this note. It's no longer 1:53. I'm going to mark it 54. And I'm going to answer T-shirt Side Hustle's question. Another great question coming in today is from T-shirt Side Hustle, who is asking, how long should a live show be? And the answer to that, my friend, is multifaceted, because really live stream can work in any variety of ways. There's a couple things you want to think about. Is number one is, what's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish with this live stream? Okay. And then the other part of that question is, how much time do you have? Right now, I'm going to walk you through sort of like my progression. It's, you could go live for 7 minutes, no joke, and do a one take. And I fully support that. What's your goal there? To increase impressions, right? Your goal is to sort of mimic a YouTube video, but leverage the live stream algorithm to get more impressions on that video. Okay. You could do a 7-minute live, but again, your purpose there is not to engage viewers. It's not to meet with people, you know, it's not to convert anybody. It's simply what it is I'm going to try to hack the algorithm. Okay. So, you know, I would recommend that as a standalone strategy. It's not a show. A show is 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Okay. A 30-minute show is not a time to really get a lot of viewership, but it will help grease your wheels and get comfortable. The whole purpose of live is to hang out, is to create a space online. And if you guys saw the presentation with Mark Zuckerberg and the metaverse today, the winners of tomorrow will be people that know how to create spaces, right? I'll tell you right now, this whole studio that I'm in, we're working on turning this into a 3D sort of thing and creating our first online space. So instead of like live streaming to you on a two-dimensional space, I want to create a room you could log into with your headsets. And I'm sort of live streaming in the center of the room, and we're all just kind of hanging out together, right? So you want to be able to create an environment where people can hang out with you. 30 minutes is okay. It's a good starting point. Now, why do I say that? Because people use Facebook in 20-minute increments. And this is like tons of data to back this up. People will go and they're logging in and out like every 20 minutes, or they're on for 20-minute sessions, which means that if somebody's going out for a coffee break from work, that's when they're going to check Facebook. And they're going to be on Facebook for about 20 minutes before they're back in the office and they got to go back to work again. So you want to be able to grab them for as many 20-minute increments as you can. I may have said 20 seconds, 20-minute increments. So I recommend a 60-minute show, because then you can get 3 rounds of people in at 20-minute increments. Whereas on the 30-minute show, you only get 1.5. Okay. What I've noticed by going live for an hour is that you get bursts. Like you get this initial burst based on the title and the thumbnail of your live stream. Okay. So based on the title and the thumbnail, you're going to have a burst of people that log in. You're going to immediately see a huge drop, right? Because you're going to get 50 people logging in, and then something will go wrong. At like today's show, we edited it out, but today's show, there's music playing in the beginning. We lost the first 15 minutes. But you want to be in a place where you're going live for 60 minutes and you have a very segmented show. You have a show opener, you have opening segment 1, you have opening segment 2, opening segment 3, and spreading that across time. Okay. So your show should be 30 to 60 minutes, and it should be segmented so that you can fill all of that time. All right. We had a couple of other questions that I want to answer. This question came up: should I get Restream or StreamYard? Which is better? Well, look, I never want to be the person that talks negatively about another software. That's not my place. I can tell you this, that I have been live streaming for 4 years. I have had a paid sponsored show for the last 3 years of that. And I've tried everything. I left the company I was with to be with Restream. Restream is a superior tool. Why? Because Restream isn't just like a live stream toy. It's a full broadcast studio that you could run your whole business out of. We use Restream for webinars. We use Restream for podcasts. We use Restream to go live. We also use Restream to film YouTube videos. And we've got a show on a doctor's channel right now that we filmed with Restream that is at 1,900 subscribers. One of those videos has like 40,000 views. Take a look at this. Look at this, guys. 5,000 hours of watch time. Can you? Oh, you can't see it yet. Hang on. Let me pull it up on screen. Okay. Can you guys see that? I'm showing you my channel dashboard here. 5,000 hours of watch time. You know what that means? It means that this channel is monetized. This channel is monetized. And I want to show you the videos that we film. Let me just show you a clip of this one. No, let's go to this one. This is the big one. So this is the video that has tons of views on it. No, it's not. Sorry, this is not the right one. They're all on the same topic. But the reason I want to show these to you is because they were filmed in Restream. And as you're seeing right now, we're not only bringing in massive viewers. But look at this, 46,000 views. You maybe can't see that over my picture. 46,000 views on this video right here.
Glutamate is
that we filmed inside of Restream. 46,578 views. Analytics, 1.5 thousand subscribers is what this video did for us. All of that filmed inside of Restream. So Restream is a superior product, and you can go get Restream right now if you don't already have it at owenvideo.com/Restream. All right, owenvideo.com/Restream. Now, I think that you had another question. Okay, I love this question. What are the best features from Restream? Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is go to my notes and click 202, right? And mark that there was another question there, okay? Now, I'm also going to tell my editor to cut that part out. So, editor, start the video here, okay? Our next question comes from Laura, who asked my favorite question. What are the best features from Restream? Okay, the multi-streaming, multicasting feature is by far, I think, what Restream is known for. But I'll say this, it's not totally unique to live stream platforms, right? So it's not just that Restream can go to multiple platforms. It's how it manages those multiple platforms. So I'm going to see if I can go into Restream right now. And if Grace, if you're still watching, you know, this is kind of one of those things where I would love to have like a dummy account where I could sort of like show people how to go through this without interrupting my own studio. So hopefully you guys can see that. Can you see that? Okay, I think you can. All right. So look, the first, the nations, and I can come in here and I can edit, you know, destinations, and I can go live on multiple YouTube channels at one time. Okay. I can also go live on my Facebook profile and on my Facebook page at the same time. Now, when I schedule an event, for example, I can schedule an event. I can schedule an event directly from my browser, or I could upload a video file. I could actually upload a pre-recorded video that I could then stream as it's live. Now, why does that matter? Because I'll tell you this. Think about the holidays coming up. Think about Black Friday. Think about Cyber Monday. What if you as a live streamer were to do like all the books, all the software, all the different products that you want to buy? You could make, no joke, follow me, a 20-minute video and then double it. So it's 40 minutes, kind of a loop, and then upload it to Restream and play that in a day long on Black Friday. So look, tons of great features inside of Restream. We've got some other features that I want to talk about. The chat overlay is, I love the chat overlay. So this is the chat overlay where I can see all of your chats coming in. I love that. I love the captions feature and the graphics. All of these things, like having the overlays, for example, are just really epic. For example, I've just shown you too many. You guys want to see the one I just made? Check this out. I made something to kind of show you how cool Restream is. And it's with my friend George. So with Restream, you can make a ton of these cool graphics and add them to your show. I can even do stuff like this. You guys want to see something crazy? Watch this. I'm going to turn the chat overlay off. Okay. I'm going to turn the caption off. Now watch what I can do. I can do this. I can actually, hello everybody. My name is Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm so excited to announce my new video on how to add pop-ups to your show, right? And it's all brought to you. I recommend. My name is Mark Zuckerberg, and I recommend Restream for meta streaming in the metaverse, right? And I could just do, so much fun stuff. And then I can add the chat overlay, back on. Now, it'll take a second to repopulate. Okay, but here's where I can put my good buddy George back up while those comments are populating. And so the flexibility for me to be able to go back and forth, watch this. I can even change my cameras back and forth, is what makes Restream a superior product. Now, my absolute favorite new feature is the pairing feature. So how many of you guys do interview shows? Do any of you do interview shows? Let me hear from you in the chat area. Do I need to turn it back on? No, you guys are there. If you guys do interview shows, you can give a link to your interviewee to join you inside of Restream. And when they do that, the broadcast will go out from their platforms. Okay, it's not like they share it on social media and they share your page link. Woohoo. No, it's like if you have Robert Kiyosaki on your live stream show and you pair your Restream with him, it'll actually broadcast live from Robert Kiyosaki's Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn account as well. Okay, as well. Now, we have a client, Ben Fanning, using Restream to record all his podcasts that he then shares on LinkedIn. And one of those, the other person paired it, and he got 10,000 views on that video on LinkedIn. Okay, so those are some of my favorite features of Restream. Okay, so Laura Callan is asking another great question: how long should segments be? Here's the thing. Let me answer that question, but I'm gonna write my notes so that we keep some of these. Okay. Next question is, how long should your segments be? Okay, so a segment is like a chain link fence, right? In your live stream show. So as you're building out your live stream show and you've got, your sort of your opening hook statement, you're going to want to have these segments. And your first segment could be something like, we did like live streamer of the week. Right. And this is a segment where you recognize someone in your audience. And so you're going to have like your hook or your opening statement, and that's going to be something like, hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. We're going to be talking about how to do ABC and XYZ. And I think you're going to love today's show. So be sure to stick around. It's the business of live video. My name is Owen. And, we kind of went through that. You go through all this stuff, right? You're this, and this. Okay. But then you get into your first segment, right? Streamer of the week. And what should you do with that? Well, that could be like a 10-minute segment that highlights someone in your audience and gives you a chance to sort of like talk to the chat people. Like, I see the Brave Talk Show here. I see Let's Talk Stroke. I see Ray MacArthur here. I see Joe's Codes. Good to see you here. And Krister Bovin is logging in. So please say hello to populate the chat area over here as we go through this. But this doesn't have to be an ultra long segment. Let's just say it's 10 minutes and you're watching the clock in the lower right or upper right-hand side of your computer. Now, let's say that your full segment, your main segment, like if your show is about how to cut hair, your main segment's going to probably be about 25 minutes, right? And then you've got Q&A, which, let's see, let's kind of go. Segment number one. I wish you guys could see this better. Segment number one is, let's say, 10 minutes. Okay. So then Q&A, you got 10 minutes and 25 is 35 minutes. Okay. So your Q&A is going to be 15 minutes. And that's what? 55 minutes? You got a total 55-minute show. Once you factor in your hook and some of your improving with people that bump in, you're going to be at 60 minutes in no time. Right? So that's how I would look at, putting together your segments. And I think that you need to look at every show in this way. So your hook or your opening statement should be the first thing that you say on camera. Okay. It should also include the first thing the viewer sees, right? We have 3 different types of hooks that we teach in our program: the value hook, the visual hook, and the verbal hook. So like what you say, what they see, and why it's valuable to them. right? All needs to be said in the first 10 or 15 seconds. And then you go into, you're like, hey, my name is, this show is about, blah, 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 blah. It's really quick. That's 45 seconds. And then you go into your very first segment of the week, which is Streamer of the Week. Now, keep this in mind. And maybe for you guys, what do you guys stream about? Like Ray MacArthur, what do you stream about? My Sea Prince, what do you stream about? The Brave Talk Show does a lot of Q&A shows and things like that. So your 10-minute section could be like Woman of the Week. It could be the brave moment of the week, and you're highlighting, memes that you saw, or influencers that you found. So maybe like on one Brave Talks, you talk about avocado chickpeas. You say, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to be talking about love and our feelings. Welcome to the Brave Talk Show. Before we get started, we want to say congratulations to Debbie Jones, who is our Brave Gal of the Week. Debbie Jones has a phenomenal Instagram page where she does this and she does this, she does this, and I really love her. What do you guys think? And and you spend 10 minutes sort of like highlighting, celebrating this user. Now, at the end of that, you could say, hey, if you want to be recognized in one of our upcoming shows, then hey, tag a post and like make a post in your story and tell people why you love the Brave Talk Show. Tell people why you need to be brave, and we'll check you out and we'll recognize you next week. Right? So Ray MacArthur is saying heating system problems and solutions. Okay, beautiful. Ray, did we go to church together? I feel like I know you. And sometimes it's like we've been, you see people online. So great to see you again. I would do your heating of the week. I love that. Customer of the week. Hey, today we want to, or installer of the week. Hey, today we want to recognize Jesus. Jesus just installed a huge HVAC system in this house, and blah 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 blah. And you highlight your staff, while also providing reputability for your company. I think that you can also do something like installation of the week, right? Where you say, hey, today's installation of the week goes to the Jefferson home. We just installed this, blah, 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 blah. And look, well, Owen, I don't know about my customers wanting to be mentioned on the air. Your customers are going to love being mentioned on the air, number one. Number two, so change their name. Don't show their faces. Like, big deal. You're going to show a couple pictures, and then you begin a conversation with your audience. What did you guys think of that HVAC? Did you like that? I like that, that kind of thing. Customer of the week. And we've got more questions coming in. Good to see Carlos Zepeda here. And we've really got Laura asking some killer questions. So next, again, 214, to keep us on the bandwagon here of repurposing. So it's 214. And the question is, you mentioned sponsorships. Do sponsors like live streams? They love them. My show is sponsored. I have had a sponsored show. Every single one of them has been live. We sold a live stream show to a Fortune 200 company. It was called, what was it called, babe? I did it with my wife. So I went to a conference and I spoke. And I spoke all about viral YouTube videos, but they're like, we want to build connection. They're a power company. They're Exelon Energy was the name of their company. And so they said, we want to create content that brands our show, but that also brings customers in, like customer awareness. I said, okay, well, it's not YouTube. You need to have a live stream show. It's not about energy. Who cares about energy? It's about what your energy powers. It powers TVs and lights and sewing machines and blenders and refrigerators and all the things that we love. And so we created a show called Power Your Passion. And it ran for a year, 12 episodes. It was fantastic. It was the best live stream on the web at the time, and it was sponsored. So yes. But here's the thing with live stream sponsorships. You can break that in any way you'd like. So you could do a thing where you say, look, I will do a live stream where you're the sponsor. And it's like, hey, it's the Laura Kellen May show sponsored by Restream. Or you could say, I will live stream on your channel for your company, right? So for example, I could go live on Restream's channel doing Restream tutorials. And that's largely what I'm doing, right? But Restream is more than just a sponsor. They're sort of like I've just had to kind of like partner with them on building my company. They are a backbone platform that we use In fact, just yesterday, a brand new client came into our program. He's a real estate agent making YouTube videos, and he's really struggling between like getting the footage out of his camera and like putting the footage in and memory cards. We got him on Restream, and now it's all kept in one thing here. So yes, brands like sponsorships, but you can be very creative with the sponsorship and how you do it. You could even do live webinars. And I do it all the time. I tell people we'll do live streams. Well, we don't want to have a show. Well, then we'll do webinars. But either way, it's live. It gathers your audience, and there's a call to action. Okay, Christopher Bovin is saying, can you have a timer in your studio? Yeah, like I've thought about putting a timer up here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't write down the time that you asked that question. So 2:16. Okay. Our next question comes all the way from overseas, the great land of Belgium, and Christopher Bovin is asking, can you have a timer in your studio? So we use sort of the clock on our computer to measure our time. And that way we're always sort of running on PC time. It's actually different than Apple time by like 2 minutes, but we're on sort of like PC time. And that way, all I have to do is look at the lower right-hand side of the screen. Now, if you're using a Mac, it's the upper right-hand side of the screen. I did it on a Mac too. Like we have a PC for here, but everywhere else in the house is Mac. So I get it. Okay. Now, could you put a timer on your desk? Yeah, but here's the thing. Now you've got this other screen in front of you. And I think that you could probably even use like Alexa. Like I have an Alexa device. Let's see if I can get it out. I have an Alexa device right here. I could put a timer on there. But like it's one more thing that you have to be conscious of. So here's what I would do. First of all, if your question is how do we mark down time to see how long we've been going? When you press live, look at what time it is on the computer and mark it down in your notes. The other part of that is to add sound effects, right? So for example, let's see if I have a beep right here, but it's so funny that my music was on. I didn't know, but now when I want it to work, I can't find it. Okay, so let's just say beep. So you could do a thing where like a beep goes off or like a thing pops up. And here's the thing. Every time someone asks a question, you'd be like, oh, we got a question. So now when you're doing the editing, you don't need to keep track of time. You can just scrub through the video. And whenever you put this up, there's a question, right? Another way to do that is to clap, right? You say, oh, we got another question. Right. And now when your editor or you is going through the footage and you're downloaded the recordings and you're editing out the repurposed segment, all you have to do is look at the audio file and look for a big spike in the audio. That's where you clapped. That's where you played a sound effect. And then you simply go and answer the question from there. So that's where having a timer can really come in. Recorded video loop, great tip. Hey, I'm glad that you liked it. Great tips again. Love that you're here. Human City Junction. Okay, another question is, can you switch cameras in Restream, or are you switching cameras another way? Yes, you can switch cameras in Restream. Let's go back into the software, and I'll show you how to do it. Now, there's more than one way to skin a cat, okay? And so over here in my camera section, I've disabled my camera, right? But I can go into my settings. Now, right now, I'm using a virtual camera called vMix. And we could talk about that in a second. But what I could do is I can go between like this one, camera, video, pro capture, right? And that's my camera. Boom. And I'm on this camera. But I can easily come up here and now pick this camera. And I can switch cameras right from inside Restream. So yes, it can be done. And I discovered that like way early on and I loved it. Now, of course, I'm using vMix. I got to change the camera though. I'm actually going to go back to my virtual camera. I'm using vMix to switch cameras now. And that gives me the ability to that gives me the ability to use my Stream Deck, right? Or Stream Deck is what I would have bought today. This is the X keys, also a fine piece of machinery. But I can click these buttons and cool things happen. So when I click this one, those guys pop up. When I click this one, the skip to the 10-minute mark, and then we start every show with this, right? And then I can just kind of switch right off of it. So yes, you can switch cameras in Restream, but you can also do it other ways. And that's part of why I love the software is it's not limited. It's a broadcast studio. It's not like this toy. It's a real tool that you can be using to grow your business. All right, so that was like 221 question, and then we've got, let's do 221 again for Carlos. Good to see you, my man. Carlos, everybody, is the producer for our Monday show, so he really knows what he's doing. Carlos has a question, and it's, if you are doing a talk show or interview show, should you have a longer intro and talk to the live stream audience, or go straight into the interview? Yeah, I would go right into the interview. So I would, again, start with the hook. Hey, everybody, on today's show, we're going to be talking with ABC XYZ person, and we're going to be talking all about how to do blah, blah, blah. So stick around. It's the business of live video. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Owen Video. You can give me 5. That's right. Type 5 into the comment section now, or type new if it's your first time here. Please give a huge welcome to my guest. And as soon as you say guest, you press the button on Restream that brings your guest up. Welcome my guest. And then I got thrown off by Brian's question. Welcome my guest. And now your guest is on with you to do Streamer of the Week. Okay? Your guest is on there with you to engage with your live stream viewers with you. Okay. So yeah, don't keep your guests lying in the wings, dude. I hate that when somebody will invite me on their show and I'm in the wings for 20 minutes. Like I think that kills the experience, right? So what you want to do is like bring your guest on, have them be part of the show. And then when you book them, when you book the guest, make sure you let them know, hey, we do this fun thing. We talk to our guests. We do customer of the week. Like, it's not important that you know the details. Just have fun with it and talk with us and be real with the guests and that sort of thing. To let your interviewee know the process for your show, so they're not standing there like this. Like Ricky Bobby. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I would go with that. Okay, Ray MacArthur is saying, where is that question? I'm just going to keep going through the questions here. So, Carlos, if it's a basketball talk show, like 100%. Now here's something else, guys. You need to schedule your shows, right? You really need to schedule your shows. And the reason that that's important is because you should be promoting your shows. So let me show you, what happens in Restream. So you're in Restream and you can see my events. These are my pre-planned events. Okay. So you can see here, we planned this event. And then we have this one coming up. Help me beat my cancer. We have a cancer fundraiser coming up as well. Oh, you guys couldn't see that probably, huh? How about this? How about now? Okay. So over here, you have all of our upcoming events. As soon as we're done live streaming, this will go away. And then over here, you have a variety of options on how to start, your live stream. You can stream with Studio, which I'm going to go live right now. You can stream with OBS, vMix, etc. And that's something kind of advanced. You can stream a video file. You can do recording only, and this is how we do our podcasts. And then you can do schedule an event. Okay. So you're going to want to schedule your events, and you're going to want to schedule them on multiple different platforms. Once they're scheduled, you can get the links for them. So you see how on this one, we're going on 2 different YouTube channels, but on this one here, we're only on 1 YouTube channel. See, I can click this and I can get this. We just got this enabled. I can click on this and I can edit the event. And now I can edit the way that this looks on YouTube. Why is that important? Okay, I want you to hear this. This definitely needs to be like punctuated. On YouTube, the title is the title of the video. Whatever you title your live stream, it needs to be impactful and value, just filled with value. The description is the description on YouTube, okay? Seems pretty obvious, right? Owen, why are you telling me that? Because on Facebook, your title will never show up. The viewer will never see it. So on Facebook, the first line of the description box will function like the title on a Facebook live stream. It's the first thing the viewer sees. So, oops. When I write my titles, I'll do this. I'll write that as the title, and then I'll write it again because it's the first thing that the viewer will see. Thank you, brother. So pre-scheduling your events, okay, gives you the ability to create a post on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitch that you can now engage with through the week, right? So if you're going to go live on Friday, then on Monday, pre-schedule the event so it's in the newsfeed. All through the week then on social media, you don't need to be posting this and tweeting that and Instagramming and storing and doing all those things. You instead build content around that post. Are you going to come? Like tag people in the comments. Hey, Joe, are you going to come? Right? Hey, I want to welcome my 5 new customers who joined and my 3 most recent new followers in the comment section. Be sure to join us for this live stream, right? On your Instagram stories or on Facebook stories, you're like, hey, I'm going live this week to talk about this thing, right? Your whole thing is built around your live stream. It's not, oh, I live stream and I do this and I do that and I produce this content and I do stories and I blah, 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 blah. You get run into the ground, you're diluted and nobody, it's not really impactful, right? But when you have a show, it's this cornerstone, right? Your live stream is not something that you squeeze in. Your live stream is something you build your schedule around. Okay. So that's something that I want you guys to think about. All right, let's keep moving into I'm not sure what that is about. Okay. So we've got another great question about the versions here. This is Gabatech saying, are you using the free version? No, I am using the middle of the road version, but I think that you could be okay with the free version. Here's why we went live today. Here's why we did this today, because right now, Restream has this. Now, I don't know if this is, when you're watching this, this could be gone. We emailed this out and we let everybody know that this was the deal. So if it's gone, I'm sorry. But the standard plan was being offered for $11 a month. That means that the whole year is just like $120. That is a phenomenal deal, considering this device cost me like $80. And I don't even need it. I had it already, but I didn't need it. $11 a month is pretty unreal. Okay. Now, even if you miss the deal, it's still $16 a month, which is like $130 for the year, something like that. So it's a really great price. Now, why the standard plan? Because you get recording space, you get higher quality video footage, and you get what is it? Let me go back to it again. It was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you can go to one extra platform per. So this is why I think it's going to be valuable for a lot of you guys, because you can go live on 2 different profiles from the same platform. So like you can go live from like your Facebook page and your Facebook profile at the same time. You can't do that with the free plan. With the free plan, you can do, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, or Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, or you know what I mean? Like you could do one, like any 3 platforms. Same time for life, go nuts. Okay. But on the middle plan, you can actually go like 2 YouTube channels or 2 Facebook pages. And that's primarily how we use this. We dump all of our content. So the doctor that I showed you who has 45,000 views, whatever, we go live in his Facebook group where there's nobody. There's nobody there, but it records it there and he can watch it there. And I don't have to give him replays. And then we can add people to the group where it will be there. But largely what we do with that is we download the recordings, we upload it to Anchor as a podcast, and we upload it again to YouTube as a pre-recorded video, and that's how we get the most out of that system. Okay, great questions coming in. Here's another phenomenal question. Where's my? Oh, geez, Louise, I'm a klutz. When I'm live, let's do this. 2:31. Another question. Okay. Our next question is in my favorite family of questions, which is about sponsorships and brand deals. T-shirt side hustles are saying, how do sponsorships affect ad revenue? Okay, so the question you're asking is, you're monetized on YouTube. Every time you upload a video and it gets watched, right, you get a certain amount of ad revenue. They call it AdSense, and it's the kind of money that I think everybody wants to make. First of all, when you do a sponsored video, you have to mark the video as such so that YouTube doesn't play ads on top of it. Okay. Now you could try to get away with it, and maybe you will, and you'll make a couple extra pennies. But it's not like according to the terms. So at the end of the day, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. You do need to mark the video as like this is like, don't play ads on this video. And you can do that when the video is over, right? You just go live, and then once it's live, after you're done, you go and say demonetize this video. Now, the other part of that is that when a brand sponsors, like, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a pretty big deal. I'm kidding. Like, I'm pretty plugged into the YouTube community, right? Like, there's big names that I hang out with on a regular basis, and friends of mine. And I mention that because I'm not sure how many of you guys know that. Every single one of them makes their money from brand deals, right? Me, I make my money from brand deals and sponsorships. We just closed a 5-figure deal today, right? Very, very exciting brand. I'm so excited to work with them. So you're not going to care about AdSense. AdSense is peanuts compared to brand deals. Okay. And that's even if you're making thousands, man. Like if you're making thousands on AdSense, like my buddies are, I make a couple hundred on AdSense on YouTube. I make 6 figures in brand deals every year. Now, I don't know how much you're making, probably a good amount because you seem like a great creator. You'll make more with brand deals. So find brands to sponsor your show, right? Go live, build an audience, build in a call to action. And those things will help you. We got Moving to Dallas is saying, brilliant. Moving to Dallas is a client of mine. He's a real estate agent using Restream to go live. And in the first quarter of this year, it's really like December, January, February, with the live stream videos that he did on his channel, generated, I want to say, I always get the numbers wrong. I want to say it's $90,000 in commissions is what he made from 2 live stream videos. Okay. Live stream is powerful, Brian. Glad to have you here. We got another great question coming in from Ray MacArthur. This time it's about tech. And he's asking me, are you using the Stream Deck or are you using something similar? I am using what's called the X Keys device, and it's a 64-key device with a pink backlit display. You could also have a blue backlit display. You guys have seen me play with this. Extra long USB cord, phenomenal device. Here's the downside. The downside is you label it with like paper. And so like, you know, popping the keys off, writing something on paper, nasty, is gnarly. So if I were to do it again, I'd buy the Stream Deck. And the Stream Deck, instead of having paper labels for the keys, they're digital labels. And because they're digital labels, you can change them and you can change them per show. So if I were to do it again, I would do the Stream Deck. The X Keys is a fine piece. It was a fine purchase, and I stand by it. We've had it for a long time. In fact, I have had it since just after I started working with this guy at Medicare Inc. Medicare Inc. is one of our clients who built a phenomenal YouTube channel, and in the first year closed $108,000 in our program. And if you guys, would like to work with me and see what it is that we do, then check us out at thevideomarketingschool.com. You can fill out the work with us form and, apply to work in our program. And I'd love to meet you. Jared, super glad that you're here. Chad is joining us today because I need my wheels greased. Chad is a phenomenal GIF maker. He makes GIFs. He goes to conferences and makes GIFs. And that's how he does it. Okay. Yeah, Dallas is talking about how to do some different things. Great stuff. Okay, Ray MacArthur has got another question at 2:36. Let's do that one. Okay. So Ray MacArthur has another question on tech and workflow. He's asking, can you open another app and use a different camera? Yeah, you can. Like, you can do so much. And I promise you this, we have played with all of it. Restream is the only software that's adapted to us. Okay, like Restream is the only software where we could do it this way and it works, but we could do it that way and it works, right? And that's what I love about Restream. Now, also, because I'm an ambassador with Restream, I'm able to write them and say, like, hey, we need this feature or we need that feature. And so being able to, for example, like I'm sharing my screen right now. Well, let me, where did I go? I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. So watch this. Like, you guys can't see it, but my mouse is moving. Maybe you can't see it. My mouse is moving over my face. Okay. Over here. I'm going to drag this into the main window and then boom, I can switch with my mouse. So like, this is one of those features that we talked to Restream and we're like, hey, you should have this feature. And then they add the feature right as quickly as they can. So yeah, there's a bunch of virtual apps that virtual cam apps that will work with Restream. Ecamm will work with Restream. Manycam will work with Restream. There is a lot. And if you don't have Restream yet, go and get it. Go to owenvideo.com/Restream and pick it up. They had a pretty phenomenal deal. It's, either way, it's under $20 a month, and it's just a really phenomenal deal. Rochelle, great to have you here. Let's go to the next question. Come over here, say hi, Billy. I want to introduce you guys to my videographer who's trampling on all my equipment. Yeah, he just like stepped on my camera. Billy is in here filming with me on Wednesdays and just did some editing today that we'll have on We'll have it on Instagram Reels soon. Okay. All right, buddy. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. All right. Next question. Our next question is from Gabatech. Good to see you here. He says, why is your image quality so low? I have it in 1080p. The template is good, but your camera is bad. This is it's a great question. It's one of those great challenges with live stream, because even though we're streaming with sort of top of the line equipment, top of the line internet, I can't take responsibility. Like, I don't know what kind of internet this is passing through. So, it's really a combination of what's going on our end and then what's going on your end, whether it's, your Wi-Fi or some satellite. It's really tough to tell. But here's the thing, with live stream, you have to go with highest percentage. With live streaming, you have to create a system that works almost every time. So, for example, we have a checklist that we go through called our live stream checklist. It's our pre-launch checklist. And so before you launch a show, you got to make sure these things are up. Like, right, are you plugged in or are you Wi-Fi? Like, most people would say plug into your Wi-Fi. Well, when we plugged in, we got a pixelated signal. So we started using Wi-Fi and it's way more reliable, right? And we go through this layer of make sure you're on this, make sure you're on this. Your starting point is this, right? And all of those things. Once that's in place, you just have to run it. Sometimes people are going to have bad internet and you're going to look shaky and they're going to blame you. And you just have to kind of like be like, well, I'm so sorry that your internet is crappy. You know what I mean? It's something that you deal with and you move forward. And somebody will always find a reason to criticize. They'll always find something to look at. I think what you have to do is focus on what you do best. Okay, let's go to Laura. who's saying huge shift for me. That is live streaming is something you build your stuff around. That was a huge shift for me. So I'm glad that you appreciated that. Okay, guys, that is our time today. I really appreciate you joining me for this. And if you want to do more live streams, I'd love to know what topics you'd want to talk about. You want to talk more about brand deals? You want to talk more about live streaming? You want to talk more about monetization, collaborations, YouTube growth, how we're bursting out of these channels like a 10-year-old in an 8-year-old socks? Then let me know in the comment area. We'll be sure to add that content into our show.